Hello from a localised lockdown, everyone. It has been nearly 2 months without anything from us at OTH Studios. But after the success of my much anticipated sequel, The Artifact Part 2, we have been creating an all-new and very different release for you viewers. To help me break this news, I am joined by the long-lost legend of OTH Studios. It is the co-starring antagonist of The Artifact Part 1, Mr. Joe Ward, who I'm sure you all know plays the thief.
Hello, nice to be here.
You look very happy to be here.
I'm very happy to be here. I could not be happier. On the top 10 things, that I'd be happy to do, this is very easily number one.
That's good to hear. So, let's jump into the meat of the matter. I can reveal, as soon as next week, OTH Studios will be releasing an all-new, full-length documentary titled Coronavirus Conspiracy. We will explore the real-world effects of this pandemic with on-location shoots and genuine interviews with Mr. Ward himself. Without further ado, jump right into the behind-the-scenes bloopers of Coronavirus Conspiracy. I hope the audience and Joe enjoys. On the set of Coronavirus Conspiracy, last day of filming, we've had an excellent interview with Joe Ward and we're just about to do the opening sequence.
Run!
We're doing it. What are you doing?
What are your views on automobiles?
I love them. Right, we're
Are
filming.
they ruining our streets?
Yeah, we need to bike.
We need to bike. Sir, do you really believe that everyone biking would solve this global pandemic?
Yeah.
Not the kind of professional that I'd expect from Mr. OTH Studios. This is really ridiculous. You went too far this time.
What are you doing?
It's a low angle, medium, close up, right angle.
The director having a rest after Coronavirus Conspiracy film day one at your college.
The documentary.
I'm having an awful time.
So am I.
Hello again.
You're alright.
Yeah, we found the corridor all in one shot, and then I'll kind of do just me, so then you're not kind of waiting around. Disinfectant. I need to be over there. Household spending is vital need for
You missed.
Today, I am here. Wait, I missed it. You meant to tell me. Right, go. Right, let me walk into the stop. Right, so I need to stop sooner. Protect from You confused me. You said say something else, and I was in lockdown. So what's the government response? What? Okay, that's all.
The job of the younger generation.
You doing press on your
And then
head? The coloured one. Right, that worked better.
It's just normal. Just pretend I'm not here.
Say something.
Sound good.
In which case, big coffin. Just start a coffin. Right, come in. Right. Then line up. Thank you for your time. It's the right
Recession.
Country
is facing
yes. The stock market's crash.
To be.
Thank you very much for your time.
Oliver Thomas Horn, BBC York.
Go
Back
away.
to you in the studio.
I hope you all enjoyed those behind-the-scenes bloopers direct from Coronavirus Conspiracy. Joe, were you pleased with your own bloopers content and final interview segment?
Working on set with OTH Studios is always a very enriching experience, but it's also very good fun, as was seen in the bloopers. While so prestigious, even the people who work on set do make mistakes, and ultimately those mistakes are usually quite funny.
So Joe, after nearly a year away from the studio, what was it finally like making a return?
That's a great question. It was very exciting. It was so good after such a long period of lockdown to be working with such creative juices again, and I think that people should be very, very excited for what we've produced this time round.
So to take the audience back a bit to the time of release of The Artifact Part 1, obviously you had a very starring role in that performance, so what was your experience like on The Artifact Part 1, and were you pleased with The Artifact Part 1 release and the sequel?
It was a brand new experience for me. It's something that I hadn't done before, and to work with kind of the level of professionalism that was certainly present on the set throughout the film, and the attention to detail and the willingness for perfection was something I'd never experienced before, and then was rewarded by the reception, of course, of The Artifact 1. After all the hard work that we had all put into it, it was great to see that people enjoyed it. And whilst I may not have experienced The Artifact 2 and the filming of that, it was equally brilliant to see the continuation of the success of the franchise.
I'm really glad you enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, very much so.
So, you have seen an early cut of the documentary Coronavirus Conspiracy. Do you think it lives up to the high standards set by The Artifact Part 1 and 2?
That's a great question. One thing I would say is that they're two very different kinds of media fundamentally, with The Artifact being a high-paced thriller, fictional thriller, but very, very engaging. While Coronavirus Conspiracy is obviously something that's documentary based, something non-fiction about the world around us and the way in which our lives have been changed by coronavirus. But despite that difference, the continuing theme throughout the two has been a great level of production value and a great level of attention to detail and cinematic value. And that's something I think that people should be very excited for in the upcoming documentary.
Excellent. That is all for today, fans of OTH Studios, but be sure to check back only next week when Coronavirus Conspiracy will be released in full. Very, very big news. Thank you from me.
Very big. Thank you very much.
And goodbye.
Goodbye. Hey, watch this. Ready?